same journey, you and I, as once we did in life, on paths where thorns and roses lie. Come with us, we'll share what we've known, not in whispers, but in glances shown, in eyes that speak what hearts have borne, in silent songs of joy and mourn. Then our thoughts will meet in the same trembling beat, a rhythm mold, a longing deep, where shadows and sunlight sleep. Your life is your art, your days are your sonnets. Follow your heart. In the bright, damp, mild night, I sit alone by the waters of the lake. The star twinkles in the distant dimness. The moon is seen behind the dark edge of the forest. Your life is your art, your days are your sonnets. Follow your heart. The thrush beyond the wooded glade will sing our names in light and shade. Dew like tears on vines will rest, a fleeting touch, a love confessed. Come with us, all nature reads our tale aloud, in rustling leaves, in clouds unbowed, weaving our story toward its close, as we turn back through fields of rose. Your life is your art, your days are your sonnets. Follow your heart. In the clear summer night air, while from the meadow warm vapors rise, mixed with a spicy floral scent, among the bent trunks I retreat. Your life is your art, your days are your sonnets. Follow your heart. The wind arrives and whispers soft, lifting the day's burdens aloft, a promise of the sun's embrace, a golden spark, a fleeting grace. Come with us, we carry that first morning's glow, through shadowed paths we used to know, a trace of light, a spark so bright, to guide us through the coming night. When twilight falls, we'll not despair, for dawn's just waiting, always there. Though hours may wane and skies turn grey, we hold the light of yesterday. Your life is your art, your days are your sonnets. Follow your heart. While they circle the wanderer, I silently slip away from their side, into where their joy cannot reach me, full of longing and secret heartache. Your life is your art, your days are your sonnets. Follow your heart.
Where do they all come from? The little flowers brief and bright that bloom in every endless summer. as if a winter fades from sight. Where do they all come from? The little flowers brief and bright that bloom in every endless summer, as if a winter fades from sight. A silent whisper roars through space, making us feel like a special race. And the grass so soft, the carpet spread, where cows still wander slow. And you can hardly even tell they've brushed against a single straw. The grass so soft, the carpet spread, where cows still wander slow. And you can hardly even tell they've brushed against a single straw. A silent whisper roars through space, making us feel like a special race. Where stars are lit each night anew, they shimmer like 1,000 down. And no one ever truly knows if one might fall again. Where stars are lit each night anew, they shimmer like 1,000 gems. And no one ever truly knows if one might fall again. A silent whisper roars through space, making us feel like a special race. And how the sun can stand up there, it journeys on from dawn to day, then hides behind the treetops tall, and still returns with morning's ray. And how the sun can stand up there, it journeys on from dawn to day, then hides behind the treetops tall, and still returns with morning's ray. Silent whisper roars through space, making us feel like a special race. How they all come, sun, stars and flowers small, and vanish, fade and fall. Oh, I don't understand at all. A silent whisper roars through space, making us feel like a special race. Dub da da dub da da da. These are the things death twists his withered body. In a happy jump,
He sleeps so sound, your friend, you'll never wake him up. Oh, just laugh. Death is strong, but love is stronger. These are the things love is made of. Everybody needs affection and love. 2 or 3 friends to hold above. Da 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 da. These are the things. Death knocks on the coffin lid with his bony heel. Hey! One feast, you take his body, I'll take his soul. Who laughs last? Death is strong, but love is stronger. These are the things love is made of. Everybody needs affection and love. 2 or 3 friends to hold above. Da 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 da. These are the things. Death knocks at heaven's gate, now it is done. See, the linen is pressed and smooth, his shroud is spun. He belongs to me through works. Death is strong, but love is stronger. These are the things love is made of. Everybody needs affection and love. 2 or 3 friends to hold above. Da 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 da. These are the things. Then the Lord laughs, he knows his might. You spoke, the old shroud is yours. I'll weave in the linen garment, right by grace to Ted. It was that old shroud you tried to make fine. Death is strong, but love is stronger. These are the things love is made of. Everybody needs affection and love. 2 or 3 friends to hold above. Da 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 da. These are the things. These are the things love is made of.
Every eternal day I must hear that I behave like a madman. It rings round in my ear that I am not normal, that I never put a dam against the flow of my thoughts, that I cling to my mood and live my life like a dream.
I know that I could walk with you in the safe path and keep myself beautiful like you others, from flight between heaven and earth.
But in this my heart beats in waves down and up, soon sinking, crushed in pain, soon high on the blazing peak. Soon ride in the sun god's horses, soon whirled in the dance of death. For each time I can attach a leaf to the wreath of memories.
This soaring with the speed of lightning, this flight between joy and torment, from the highest brightness of Olympus to the darkest valley of Tartarus. demons, dizzy with the scent of elder, glowing heat or cold. This quivering in the flames of the sun, this shivering behind the veil of darkness, this struggle that tenses and paralyzes. It is therein that I live and die. I know it, I could walk with you in the safe path and keep myself beautiful like you others, from flight between heaven and earth.
Tried to laugh when you wanted to cry. Tried to smile though your heart felt torn. Have you tried to see through another's eyes, where only hidden sorrows were born? There was unrest out in the air, and unrest deep within me too. The rain fell hard like a river's rush, and nature seemed as dark as I knew.
His heart may have been 2 sizes too small, but he never noticed it at all. It never held him back, unforgiveness keeping him on track.
Your spirit young and full, yet coldness met the warmth you gave, till hope turned soft into a shining glow, and joy became the poem you made.
But through the fog and through the rain, a lark grew singing bright and free. Joy so light, so wild, sang little by little peace into me. His heart may have been 2 sizes too small, but he never noticed it at all. It never held him back, unforgiveness keeping him on track.
Found a peace that lit your path, when happiness lay at your feet, and you sang your song with the lark alone, while no one else grasped what you'd speak. I learned from the lark to lift my voice, though skies were heavy, roads were tight. Even a small bird's simple song brings comfort to a weary mind.
His heart may have been 2 sizes too small, but he never noticed it at all. It never held him back, unforgiveness keeping him on track.
Carried long and deep inside, a yearning no one else could try.
gray skied days, to thank the time when skies were blue, to face my longing and my fight with sunlight in my eyes renewed. His heart may have been 2 sizes too small, but he never noticed it at all. It never held him back, unforgiveness keeping him on track. Have you set your hope on a dawning spring, a victory when the storms are through? Have you trusted a time that forever stays? Then you've known the sunny side of life too. His heart may have been 2 sizes too small, but he never noticed it at all. It never held him back, unforgiveness keeping him on track.
There was turmoil in the air, and deep within my mind a veil of mist lay heavy on the woods confined. The rain fell on the earth like rivers running wild, and nature wore the darkness mirrored in my soul. Whoever dares to enter here, whatever sorrow he may name, must know at that same moment a heavier grief once passed this way. Panic is a problem, manic is a state. A mechanic response can set you straight. Yet despite the fog and rain, despite the winds in vain, aloft the jubilant lark still flew and sang. It poured its trill so brightly clear and free that slowly, gently, it sang my heart to peace. Whoever lays a hand upon this door, whatever longing in his chest he bears, must know a greater need than his once knocked and lingered here. Panic is a problem, manic is a state. A mechanic response can set you straight. Panic, 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 manic, manic, manic. And I learned from the lark to lift my song when the air was thick and the road felt long, to let a bird's small voice so frail and slight bring forth a spark of life, the heart some light. Whoever feel as though I stood beside him still. We shared his silence stare. Panic is a problem, manic is a state. A mechanic response can set you straight. A dollar from a lark beneath gray skies, to thank the days when blue ones filled my eyes. To face my need, my hardest trial and test. The sunlight in my gaze, with calm within my chest. Whoever passes by this place of mine, whatever love he claims as his own sign, must know at that same time that nothing stood against my crime. Panic is a problem, manic is a state. A mechanic response can set you straight. Panic, manic, panic. Manic, manic, manic.
An attic room, both wide and tight, with weathered stone and flickering light. The walls grow thin, the doors give way, a breathing space that fades to gray. Oh, we could be everything we dare to hope for. Dare to hope for. Let it be the spring of the new year. A lamp draws shadows long and frail on trembling hands that twist their tail. An old woman turns a golden thread, her fingers stiff, her stare like lead, her hair like snow on what she spun, a shroud for all that's said and done. Oh, we could be everything we dare to hope for. Dare to hope for. Let it be the spring of the new year. Beside her gently rocks a cradle, a child all warmth, all summer stable, bright-cheeked, alive with shining eyes, where her last thread loosens light reply. Oh, we could be everything we dare to hope for. Dare to hope for. Let it be the spring of the new year. Memories press, a silent crowd, while future dreams begin aloud. A knock, a gust, the window sighs, the child awakes and softly tries to reach the spindle They paused to place a flower down. For tears she spun, for joy she found. For all who waited, all who've been, then turn to what is yet unseen. The threshold hums, the choice draws near. Take the warm hand, leave doubt and fear.
I was on the verge of death, could feel what it brings. I got like a breath from its mighty wings. There came a glimmer of light from above, and then I was given back to life. Legacy of a human, readily, weaponry, helplessly, equity, breathlessly. The first thing I heard when I became myself again was the distant trill of a lark against the vault of the autumn sky. It rejoiced upwards. I let it bring thanks to the mighty Creator up there over the hill. There came playful, bright dreams of the future. There came streams of sunlight, of awakening forces. Legacy of a human enemy, entropy, tensity, peasantry, sensibly, devilry. There came swaying light boats of sound. There came shining fine threads of thought. There came the fresh paths of young feelings. There came the jubilant new melodies of life. There came 1,000 little glimmers I never knew. Then I knew there was sun in waiting. Legacy of a human, messily, specially, jealousy, empathy, splendidly. There came sadness and longing while the leaves fell, and vision for everything. There came tempting thoughts behind the quiet window about the sun, which shone so clearly out there. A feeling also of life's struggle at leaf-fall time. How quiet everything was while the leaves fell. In light I glimpsed individual parts, in the melancholy shine of autumn the whole, only individual seed flakes destined for life.
and the rest forgotten. God's peace lay over the breast of nature, so silent, so quiet. God's peace lay over my smallest thought and taught it to gather the fluff of life's hope. How still was everything while the leaf fell. Legacy of a human, pleasantly, tendency, pedigree, credibly, leprosy. There came the growing heights of hope. There came the warming kingdoms of joy. There came the soft whisper of gliding visions. There came the strong rush of great forebodings. Legacy of a human pregnancy, bestially, mentally, dreadfully, helpfully. There came the waves of soft moods. There came starry, sparkling dreams of victory. There came strength and ability to walk forward. That was how I drank from the fountain of rejuvenation. Legacy of a human brevity, revelry, flexibly, steadily, entity, restfully. How my thoughts rejoiced, how my hope rose. Now I had received life force under the baptism of death. And there was no doubt when towards the goal I looked. For now I knew that I must reach it. Legacy of a human ecstasy, especially, specialty, destiny, endlessly.
Out my hope. Ring out my game loudly.
Lark, sing over the forest.
All the notes that exist in the world do not exult as fully as I want. Thanks and joy to the top. You let it grow in sunny air, in rain and in warm winds, then it will ripen under song and fragrance, and bear its fruit there. You shall not take away any of the young shoots in the forest. Their life is far too short, hardly needs light from above. King, victim, fool, choose who you are.
Carry forth my strength, ascend high my song. Spring splendor got my wings, inside I sat with all my longing. I received good news, and lo, then all the chains that bind broke. The river lies blank while the dew rolls quiet, full of 1,000 stars. The boat glides quietly, only a drop plays under the gold of the spring. You shall take nothing home of the young leaves out there. In a flash of sunlight it sprang forth, it will wither behind your window.
King, victim, fool, choose who you are.
King, victim, fool, choose who you are. Fly free, my grace, spring forth my desire. Dew still lies on the leaves, the sun kisses the drops away quite silently, fills my singer's chest with light. After all, everything is light for the happy. The soul lies blank under the twinkling of stars, quiet, full of silent thoughts. Far in the distance it has glimpsed the way out, found the gold of rest. Let it grow, let it stand under the vaulted arch of heaven. What lay in the cradle of leaf spring never thrives in a room.
King, victim, fool, choose who you are.
King, victim, fool, choose who you are.
When God has put a seed in your soul, then guard it from worldly life. But do not fear that it will soon die, for it was given to you for victory. Down through the meadow the waters of the river wind, white in the steam of the marsh woman. There is a quiet way to the shores of peace after the struggle of life. Let it bear flower for seed, and it sets fruit there. Tear it up and it will die, then the saga of the book is over. King, victim, fool, choose who you are.
Only if you never tread down the seed and lay the waste in fear, but let it grow in quiet peace, then it will bear its fruit. Do not force it to bear fruit before the Lord has given summer, for then you will have consumed your seed before the winter storms come.
King, victim, fool, choose who you are. 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 King, victim, fool, choose who you are.
Then the old man went to rest, and peacefully he died, not by arrows sharp and cruel, but with death's angel at his side. It came from a far great distance, on wings with whispers light, and bore like the eastern star the promise of the morning bride. Will you recognize me when I come? Will you say you've known me true? Will I run to you? Will I run to you? It came in the quiet evening, as church bells softly rang. The dying man felt once again the living strength he'd known so long. It flared within him, sudden bright, like embers in the hearth, a final tender memory of the land that gave him birth. Will you recognize me when I come? Will you say you've known me true? Will I run to you? Will I run to you? He bowed his head in sunlight's glow, a soft smile on his face, and death's angel or throne, just sky and sun. Through the forest whispering wings, my longing flies by starry night to clasp the bog woman, the maidens wild as horses, swift in flight, barely brushing earth below, leaping fences light as air, filling all the woods with sighs, with wonder, trembling everywhere. I remember you alive, not dead, a name on stone, a hollow bed, where you lie but nothing said of where your soul has fled. I see the endless tracks of days, silent now I walk my ways, gathering wreaths of memories bloom, and every child with cornflower eyes, with hair like gold and cheeks so pale, I'll share my lonely cares, my sighs, and in their laughter bright and frail, I'll hear my own child's voice again and hold them close, yet feel the pain of her. I miss my deepest stain. I remember you alive, not dead, a name on stone, a hollow bed, where you lie but nothing said of where your soul has fled. I dreamed once of a lonely shore, high above the world's loud roar. There sat a man, his hand in sand, writing words the waves erased. His eyes followed each falling grain, as lines dissolved, as judgments faded, and over all his hand remained. Love stands where the sinners lay. I remember you alive, not dead, a name on stone, a hollow bed, where you lie but nothing said of where your soul has fled. I think each trembling human soul must stand before that hand's command, as paths are drawn in shifting sand. The road we walk, the road ahead. It comforts me to understand if on my way I heal but one or ease a wound, however small, then that was what God's finger wrote in sand for me, my fate, my call. I remember you alive, not dead, a name on stone, a hollow bed, where you lie but nothing said of where your soul has fled.
Let me take a second, not just because it's your day. It's all the little things you say. Your laugh's my favorite light, brightens up the darkest night. Through the ups and
serious talks. Silence sits and midnight walks. When you stand in the kitchen, I move behind you like a homing pigeon through the ups and the downs. Every thought of you makes joy a sound. Another kiss on your mouth and your cheek. Those sweet little moments, oh so unique. Every little thing you do reminds me just how lucky I am with you. Maria, Maria. On the fringe of your eyelashes, darling, soft and sweet. On my baby's hand, on my baby's foot every week. 1,000 good nights on your forehead, I adore. It's not just cake and candles bright, it's love that fills the core. Another kiss on your mouth and your cheek. Another kiss on your mouth and your cheek. On the fringe of your eyelashes, darling, soft and sweet. On my baby's hand, on my baby's foot, on your forehead, 1,000 good nights. Oh, it's not just cake and candles bright, it's love that fills this night. May this year bring joy gone wild, peace that finds you, dreams that smile. Remember when we sang in the car those silly songs that took us far. And no matter where this life may go, I'll be here cheering, watch you grow. Through the ups and the downs, every thought of you makes joyous sounds. Another kiss on your mouth and your cheek. Those sweet little moments, oh so unique. Every little thing you do reminds me just how lucky I am with you. Maria, Maria. On your birthday, I love you to the core. You deserve it all and so much more. So here's to you, my heart's delight. Happy birthday, let our love stay bright. Maria, Maria. The homely bell's deep sound rose with the evening song. Its voice climbed high in ringing strokes, then faded soft and long. The bell tolled heavy in the dusk. Farewell, farewell, beware the dark, its silent creep. For evil walks abyss stares back keen. Farewell, farewell. Guard the tear that softly gleams. Guard the joy you've known. The world dares not plumb the depths where thoughts lie dark alone. Farewell, farewell. A strange deep farewell was whispered in the gloom. I turned to the stream, my heart aflame, sensing the storm's dark bloom. I knew the sea view of my days was fading into night. Farewell, farewell. Hear that the sound of souls in pain, a chorus lost untold. Hell's wrath burns hottest for the scorn, and evil grips the bold. Tend the thought of love with care, like flowers it needs air. Pluck it rough and all its grace will vanish into air. A thousand longings, nameless, deep, yet gratitude for days of gold. For legends sung and echoes kept and bells that softly toll. Farewell, farewell. Dare you face your inner shade. The devil lurks in details made. Dance with him and you will learn the music never fades. Farewell, farewell. A butterfly light and free dances in the breeze, but brush its wings and spring is gone, lost to time's decrees. Farewell, farewell. I'll never forget that parting day, the prayers, the tears we shed. I still believe they linger there. Each time the memories spread, how strange, how sad it rang at dusk. Farewell, farewell. Beware hell's fury for the scorn is a fire none can tame. When you bargain with the dark, be ready to pay its claim. Farewell, farewell. My soul had weathered storm and strife, yet through the rain above, all wrapped in twilight's gentle light, my heart found hope to know. They'll remember when the night is deep and shadows twist and call. Look into evil's eyes and you may see your own fall. Farewell, farewell. Farewell, farewell. Farewell, farewell.
Got me in this song. In the bedroom, the light is out, not a sound to be heard there. I stand by the wind and see how beautifully out there the stars shine. In between, I feel with desire I could call upon the strong spirits and lead thousands like storm columns against that which lives entrenched in my breast. Are you a producer or a user? Do you make or only break? Is there an output or only throughput? In the eyes of the night, how many times did you see me wandering in the past to stare mutely or compose a song? What was my thought then? I feel many times when the heart is weeping, says silently, I could give voice to the pain. I could take home a harvest of moods and lyrically chop my person into shavings. Are you a producer or a user? Do you make
think when every string was tuned only by longing and longing? When my world was hidden behind her window and the rest of the earth was a prison for me. I produce, I use, I make, I break, output, throughput. I produce, I use, I make, I break, output, throughput. Did I think in my rapture back then at an hour like this? Or did my imagination paint with colors that were stronger than a glare? Are you a producer or a user? Do you make or only break? Is there an output or only throughput? But before I will spy the beating of the heart and drive away the sorrow in rhythmic rhythm, before I will be deaf to every complaint, did I dream when my hope stood green in bold moments of something radiant, great and beautiful? Perhaps I do not remember. Just in the thought that I have felt the gentle power of your being, and dreamed and loved as in the days of childhood. I only know in everything I dreamed before was scarce the wealth to find, as in the room here with the open door and the silence behind me and there. Are you a producer or a user?